If work keeps draining you, if people overstep your time, if you feel guilty every time you say no, then you don't need to work harder. You need boundaries. And today, I'll show you how to build them without losing respect. Hi, I'm Kai. Welcome to episode 17 of Career and Side Hustle Mastery. Across American offices from Denver to Seattle, in corporate floors across Manhattan, in busy healthcare teams in Chicago, in creative studios in Austin, people are burning out not because they can't handle work, but because they can't handle overcommitment. Why? Because most of us were never taught how to set boundaries professionally. Today, that changes. A few years ago, I was working in a fast-paced office in New York City. My phone buzzed, constant emails, Slack messages, quick favors, last-minute requests. He kept sighing. Sure. No problem. Happy to help. Until one day, my manager pulled me aside and said, "Kai, you're reliable, but you look exhausted." That sentence changed me, not because it was criticism, but because it was truth. Boundaries aren't selfish. Boundaries protect your ability to show up fully. So why do boundaries feel so hard, especially in American offices? Here are the real reasons. First, the fear of disappointing others, especially our managers. Second, the fear of looking unhelpful or unprofessional. We all want to be team players, right? Third, the fear of conflict. Boundaries can feel confrontational, but they really aren't. And finally, the fear of losing opportunities. We think saying no means losing favor, but the truth is, healthy boundaries actually increase respect because they signal clarity, confidence, and maturity. This brings us to the Respected Boundaries Framework. This is a method professionals across the US use to set boundaries politely and effectively. Step 1 is to know your non-negotiables. Ask yourself, what hours can I realistically work? When do I need quiet time to focus? What drains me the most? What interrupts my productivity? Your boundaries must align with your capacity. Step 2 is to communicate early, not emotionally. The earlier you set expectations, the smoother everything becomes. Use professional phrases like, "To deliver high-quality work, I'll need," or "For clarity, my availability is," or "Here's what I can take on today." And I want to avoid overcommitting, so remember, clear isn't rude. Clear is respected. Step 3 is to offer options, not excuses. If you can't do something right now, you can say, "I can take this on tomorrow," or "I can help after my current deadline," or "I can assist if we move task A to next week." You're still being helpful, just not self. Step 4 is to stay consistent. Boundaries only work when you enforce them consistently. If you answer emails at midnight, you've trained people to expect midnight responses. Consistency trains respect. And step 5 is to let your work speak for you. The strongest boundaries come from strong performance. When people trust your work, they trust your limits. I once worked with an analyst in Seattle who was just drowning in endless requests. She finally started saying, "I can help, but here's what I need to shift to make space." She wasn't aggressive. She wasn't cold. She was clear. And within 2 months, her workload balanced. People respected her time. Her performance improved, and she was seen as a leader. Boundaries didn't make her less respected. Boundaries made her more respected. So what are the core boundaries every professional needs? Let's cover 5. First, communication boundaries. Emails get answered during work hours, not 24/7s. Second, time boundaries. Dedicate focus blocks for deep work. Third, workload boundaries. Don't take on new tasks without adjusting priorities. Fourth, emotional boundaries. Don't absorb workplace stress that isn't yours. And fifth, personal boundaries. Protect your evenings, weekends, and family time whenever possible. Healthy boundaries make you a stronger employee, not a difficult one. Let's get practical. Here are some scripts you can use when you're at capacity. Say, "I'm currently at full workload. Which tasks should take priority?" When a request isn't urgent, say, I can take this on tomorrow to give it my full attention. When you want to protect your focus time, say, I'll be heads down until 2 p.m. I'll respond right after. And when you're asked for too many favor tasks, say, I'm happy to help when I can, but I'm limited right now. These small sentences can change everything. How do you know your boundaries are working? You'll see people come to you more prepared. You'll have fewer last-minute emergencies. Your stress will decrease, and your respect from others will increase. You'll have clearer communication, better performance, more control over your day, and a stronger career reputation. Boundaries create freedom. Here's what you need to hear today. You don't earn respect by saying yes to everything. You earn it by knowing your limits and communicating them with clarity and kindness. You deserve time, rest, space, dignity, balance, and peace. And when you protect those things, your work and your whole life improves. Healthy boundaries don't push people away. They bring the right people closer. So here's your action challenge for today. Choose just one of these things to do. Set one clear work hour boundary block, 1 to 2 hours of focus time on your calendar. Communicate your priorities to your manager. Practice one boundary. Script out loud or simply stop responding to after-hours messages. One boundary today creates freedom tomorrow. If this episode gave you strength or clarity, share it with someone who needs healthier boundaries too. And if you're ready to build a career rooted in confidence, clarity, and self-respect, subscribe to Career and Side Hustle Mastery. This is episode 17. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and walk with me, Kai, as we build careers that protect your time, your peace, and your professional identity. Boundaries don't limit you, liberate you.